Live show. We're on the air at 9 o'clock on every weekday night, taking calls about the Jazz.
Hello, good evening and welcome. Welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Fox, here on the panel this evening. It's my mate Bridge and my buddy Fox. How are we doing, gentlemen?
Evening, Ox. Evening, Bridge. Evening,
good evening, guys. Good evening, guys on the panel, and a big good evening to the boys in the lobby and to all the Rangers fans all over the world listening to us. Good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio.
How are you, Fox? Have we got to the stage of the week? Have you put the team up? Have you got the tactics up to it? Is things moving?
Oh, it's coming along, mate. I done a training session via Skype today, and I watched them a wee practicing a bit. Big argument was between the first bowler and the skipper. They were arguing for a wee while about how far away was he for the jack, and it turned out the ball was nearer the guy that threw the ball than it was the guy standing at the jack. So
the tape measure wasn't big enough.
Oh no, you'd need a big roll of cable, mate, to measure how far they are for the ball now. Anyway.
You think they can bring the trophy home?
What, the wooden spoon?
Well, we've got to beat. There's one team we've got to beat, haven't we?
Aye, got to beat Stumps.
Aye. Oh, Bridge, you might have to go down and sort this out on Saturday.
Sort what? The fights?
There could be some violence if it doesn't go our way.
Oh my God! Surely not. Not in a nice, quiet place like Partick.
Well, Fox is new running the team, so we're looking for results.
It could be problems then. Could be problems right enough then.
Anyway, tonight we're going to be joined about 9:15 by Stuart Daniels of the Kinnan Park Loyal. Stuart's been involved with the bus for approximately 40 years, maybe over 40 years now. And one of the Rangers family's characters, and I'm sure he'll have a few tales to tell. We're quite looking forward to that. And obviously, when Stuart comes on, we'll not be taking calls up until the second hour of the show. Is that fair, Fox?
Sounds all right to me.
Yep. That'll be interesting to see how that goes. Another quiet day in the Rangers world, Bridgeman.
Aye, really quiet. They're no leaving this Alan McGregor stuff alone, are they? They're hounding this. They're hounding that story. And then, of course, the story about there are two players and getting their appeal successful. I don't know. We don't know what's going to happen with the club, what they're going to do about it, if anything.
I just seen it about half an hour ago, mate, in Sky Sports News. I've not read anything about it. I've seen the story in Sky Sports News that Rangers are disappointed that it was potentially leaked before they got the information because it was on social media and in some of the press sites. And also there's a 40-page document that they received at 4 o'clock, so they need to take time to dissect that and then do a suitable reply. They did intimate it was a procedural matter that had caused the case to be upheld. I just wish it's another story that would just go away, Bridge. I just don't need it.
Well, there's two things. Going by what I've taken from what I read today, late on today, is that somebody from the press has been in touch with Rangers asking for a comment, and Rangers haven't even seen anything yet. So in other words, they phoned them up, what's your comment on such and such? We don't know. Then they tell them, to all intents and purposes, not necessarily word for word. And then the statement, this document arrives 40 pages, so there's no way they're going to make any rash judgment on that until such time as they get a read at it, both from a legal perspective and a personnel perspective. Because at the end of the day, it's HR, and somewhere along the line, Rangers believe from an HR perspective that they're correct and they went through all the relevant HR procedures. But from a footballing perspective, within the rules and regulations of the SPFL say their appeal, they won their appeal. So there's going to be a standoff somewhere along the line. And I agree with you.
It might be finished, mate. That might be it finished, mate. They might know, but they might just let it finish. And
that's what I'm saying. They might just turn and say, "Nah, what's the point? Give the boys their money back and tell them, well, we know that Miller's gone anyway." And I'm afraid that well, I don't know how they're going to handle Lee Wallace, to be honest, if they've won this case. I think it's shocking. I really do. I mean, I could understand it if Rangers hadn't done their correct things and it was really, really bad what they've done and so on and so forth. But based on the HR rules and regulations, which are national, they've went and done what they've done and they've took it through all the relevant panels and so on and so forth and any procedures within the HR laws. And they've came out and they said, that's it, that's what we're doing. You're getting a maximum fine for one and a couple of weeks fine for the other.
Well, I'm not going to comment procedurally because, well, HR, me, and procedures, I can go on all day, but that's another story, mate. But look, I just, for my club's sake, I just want us off the front pages, mate, and winning football matches on the back pages. Yes, and I think it would be far more beneficial for the club to do exactly that. In fact, I think Blue Shadow's just saying the talented person, what we should do is just pay Wallace off and let me go. That may be one way around it to save any messing about. I don't know. I really don't know what they're going to do. The guy's got another 12 months of his contract to go, and he's on top wages, or one of the top wages, for being the captain and so on and so forth. He'll not be near the top now, Bridges. No, I'll have obviously moved on a wee bit, but it'd been on one of the top payers or top paid people, and he's given us nothing for the last 12 months, to all intents and purposes, and I don't visualise him giving us anything over the next 12 months, because this may hang over his head. There may be a bad taste. In fact, Rangers just might turn in and say, away, go and find yourself a club. Your money's in the bank, cheerio. And that's it. It's a sad end. It's a sad end for Lee Wallace, Bridge, Fox, go to Fox with it. I hope it can be cleared up and people can go on with their lives. And I think Kenny will hear. Well, obviously, I think Kenny. There's no short of a quote in the media. We'll have to listen to Kenny, and it was a sad end for him. And everybody who listens to Rangers radio knows that he was one of my all-time favourites, Fox.
Of course, but everybody's stealing and second-hand knowledge. We don't know the procedures that went through that may or may not have been wrong. We don't know what happened in the dressing room for the real truth. I've read that many versions of what's happened in that dressing room. It's unbelievable. So let the club and the players sort it out and let's move on.
Aye, it happens every day of the week, Bridge. People fall out in dressing rooms. It's unusual for it to go down this route right enough. I can't remember the last time I read a story like this. But then again, if they felt they were being unjustly treated, they've got the right to appeal like me and you have when Fox doesn't pay us. But it sounds to me, I don't know about you guys, it sounds to me that it's only the money. It sounds to me as if they don't want the fines that they were given are too much. That's not how I read it, mate. I read it. What did you read it? How did you read it then? I think they felt as if they had no case to answer, mate, and they hadn't been treated properly. So therefore the fines were unjust. But that's only their opinion. And some of the stuff I read, you know what I mean? They might be trying to clear their name. Sometimes for people clearing their name, it's more important than for them a few bob a fine, you know. But it sounds to me that the SPFL are getting one story from these players, right? And they're being backed up by the PFA and so on and so forth. And good luck, and that's maybe the way it should be going. But on the other hand, the story that Rangers bosses have been told, and in turn, that's handed over to the HR department, and they go through the correct procedures from an employment perspective. So there seems to me there's two different stories. And if that's the case, then it has to be ironed out. If it's not the case and the two stories are the same, it seems to me that one of the two sides has got it wrong. Because you can't be right in one side and wrong in another. You've got to be right both sides. It's got to be. It's pretty simple for me. The two boys were suspended, and it's normal practice that sometimes the person that makes the allegations is suspended as well, so you can investigate. Maybe the HR department failed in that duty, and he was still about when witnesses were being spoken to, so then it becomes unjust. And it could be something as simple as that. It could be as simple as that. Yeah, I'm not, you know. I don't think to me, it's not the biggest thing in the world. Anyway, somewhere along the line, let's move on for it, because let's get a lot of things that's happening in world football and all the scandals that's happened in Scottish football since the 60s. These things, and Alan McGregor, Fawn Hour, Seems to be the worst crime in the world, Fox.
I was kind of fast that the action happened in the Gomez, mate, but I thought at the time he was getting a foul to Rangers, mate, because Ayer went in with his studs up. Now, nobody's asked the reason why McGregor stamped down on him, and I think it was because of the challenge on him. But nobody wants to know about that, so let's move on, as you say.
That's 100%, Fox. That's exactly what happened. Ayer caught him, and the goalkeepers just looked, found out where he was, and then just back stamped him, if you could call it. Not really stamp him to that extent, but booted him anyway. And that's what happens. That's what happens in football. Somewhere along the line, you get your retribution.
There was all these people in the press that condemned Alan McGregor, especially on some of the sports stations. When we were playing against Motherwell, when Rangers players were getting whacked all over the place, it was just put down to leaving a calling card, if you can remember that for the commentary.
Oh, I know it well.
And what's the difference between leaving a calling card and getting your aim back when somebody's went in with their studs up against you?
That's
Same
a
thing.
Very fair comment, Fox. Very fair comment. Bridge, I heard that one season you ran out of cards.
Aye. Aye. But I'm not being funny when if you watch some of the historic stuff. I remember one was a cracker again. It was that wee Scott McDonald. I don't know if you remember. It was being about a pest with McGregor, and McGregor was backing into him and standing on his toes. And I don't even remember, but he lashed out and booted McGregor. And of course, I think the referee saw it and booked him. I don't think he gets sent off. But these things happen. This is what happens in football. You see players standing in the line. They're not on the line there to score a goal. They're in the line to goad the keeper and make life as difficult as possible for him. That's the way it goes. All that stuff is just bullshit. To me, it's just bullshit. The guy came in, whacked the goalkeeper whacked him back, and none of those two crimes were seen by the referees. So let's go on with it. Simple as that.
Well, it's a man's game, Bridge. It's a man's game.
Well,
I don't think
it is to the press.
Well, no, I think some of them have got an agenda. I think everything that we see today seems to be highlighted, and I think even today, with this story being leaked to the press, shows that Scottish football can't even handle HR issues right. Well,
Stevie Scotty in the lobby saying, don't want to mention any names, and he's got in brackets Kenny Miller. Keith Jackson broke the story before it was even made public. There you go.
Aye, well, you don't know where he's got it from, but you put two and two together and you might come up with 5.
Of course.
But we'll see what it takes us. I just hope that's the end of that story, mate, because it's a sad end for the two of them to sort of maybe potentially Lee Wallace as well finish their Rangers career. I've not been Lee's greatest fan as a defender, but as a bloke, he's been a top bloke. And Kenny Miller, it's his employment record that I have a problem with. But you can't say he didn't score some great goals for us, mate. What you think of in the effort he put in when he played for us? Well,
most assuredly, I take nothing away from him. How many times did he sit down? When I said something like, I don't want him playing for us again, he comes and pops in 2 goals or 3 goals or whatever it was.
He done it regular.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant when he did it. And nobody cheered for him no more than me, because I can assure you, it's a goal for the Rangers, and I'm happy,
Yep. Anyway, mate, if you don't mind going on mute, I'll join you on mute for a few minutes while Fox plays an intro for us. Evening, Stuart. How we doing, mate?
Not bad.
How we doing, mate? We played the theme tune on the buses. Obviously, you're far too young to remember that show.
Of course I do, Blakey. I've got you down for overtime butler. Yeah. It was funny as an Arab bellhop in the Jewish embassy, that programme.
Stuart,
Right.
obviously, we're on to talk about your be fair to say, your love affair with the Kinnan Park Loyal Supporters Bus, obviously in our club. How did you get involved? How did you get involved with the bus right at the start in the 70s, mate?
Well, the 70s, I used to get into Jim Baxter's pub. Baxter had just taken over the old Regano bar at Paisley Road Toll. They now call it the Union Bar. And I was involved in the running of the Tradeston Rangers Supporters Club, who were in the association. Now, it was okay. I was always just niggling down at the back of my mind that I was wanting to be my own man and start my own supporters club. Don't get me wrong, the Tradeston Rangers Supporters Club, I don't know if they still run buses. It was a very prestigious Rangers Supporters Club at the time, and a lot of good guys and lassies at Folied Rangers. But we were in a thing called the association.
Yep.
And we attended meetings periodically, at first at Rutland Crescent, and then the Wee Rangers Club opened up. And it was people dictating to us. A percentage of them that didn't follow the Rangers. And I thought it wasn't for me. I says, there's a lot of people here telling us the do's and don'ts, running buses, match tickets, that don't actually follow the Rangers. And me being a wee bit subservient, want a better word. I hate using this terminology, a rebel. But I wanted to be my own man. I always have been. And I resigned for the Tradeston and I formed the Kinnan Park Loyal on my 33rd birthday, the 20th of August, 1976. I'm giving away my age here. I was 33 that day. 33 is my lucky number. As some of the listeners might know what 33 means in the long run, but anyway, I digress.
Okay.
So I formed the Kinnan Park Loyal in the Grapes Bar that day, and we went from strength to strength.
So you went along, you couldn't form a bus on your own, so what did you do? Did you advertise? Did word of mouth? Or there was
word of mouth got about.
Yep.
There was no nothing, and it was 2 cylinders inside the piano, or 2 bits of strings on two cans. Know that they were got nowadays, in the days, but when you start a supporters club, it's all right saying, put me downs and I'm guns. Well, a bus runs in petrol. It doesn't run in pedals. So you need a strong support to carry the bus. And plus, you also need non-members. So, as I say, a quick rule of thumb, 42 years now, we're still going. And we've got a good set of bears and berettes now. People are appreciating for the Rangers. The club must be doing something right, because our membership's full for this season. I know there's a lot of Gerard junkies that jumped in the bandwagon, and quite being honest, maybe they're not as fervent and diehard as myself or some of our members, but the last 6 years have been really sore. So you get them back now, and that bites into the ticket allocation, which is, in my estimation, it's still the biggest bugbear, trying to get match tickets.
I'm sure we'll come to that, mate. But so you've formed the bus. So season 76, 77, would that be right?
Aye. That's correct.
So
the 20th of August, 76. My 33rd birthday that day.
Right. So,
useless information. Old Ibrox Park was opened on the 20th of August, 1887. I was born on the 20th of August, 1947. I'm 71 now. You wonder where all the years go to. I'm not 17, 71.
So you've formed the bus, you've kicked it off, and what was the difficulties of getting it started? Because it's never as easy as people think, is it?
No. With names up inside the Grapes Bar, it was a block called William Martin at the time had taken over the pub, and he was looking for a supporters bus. So I resigned for the Tradeston, and I says, well, I'll have a go at it. And he gave me £100 to start it. which was a lot of money in the days, but it kicked off and we actually dealt with Majestic Coaches. It was a cooperative away down at below the Kingston Bridge, snuck down near their offices. And first it was difficult, but it just came off and enduring, persevering, and we're still going to this day and age, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Still as fervent as ever.
Because of the geography, you're obviously going to run to away matches, and obviously the home matches doesn't make sense.
That's correct.
The time you go on you're after the bus and you could walk to the game as quick. You know, so
that's true. You're just along the road, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And as I says, at the time in the 70s, we used to call ourselves the Cockney Rangers Supporters Club, because down in London it's born under the sound of Bow Bells, isn't it, if you were a Cockney?
Aye.
Well, where we were in Kennan Park, we were born under the sound of the Ibrox Roar. So that was our local team. I still have a good laugh about that. I still have a good laugh at that, Ox. Periodically, I shout at the game, "Come on, the Glasgow Rangers." And then again, somebody will bite and say, "It's the Rangers, big man, it's the Rangers." You know, and I go, "You're quite right, my friend." And they're right, because you're not an elitist coming from Kennan Park, i.e. or Glasgow. Our support is worldwide, you know, and every supporter in every country in the world is every bit as good a Rangers supporter as I'll ever be. We're proud. I'm lucky to support the greatest team in the world and the most successful team in the world with the most trophies.
Here.
You know?
Here.
Yes.
So, funny enough, the season you started, you were a bit of Jonah then, because we never won in that season, did we?
Oh, I know.
You know? So the difficulties, tickets, but the world was different then, and you were allowed a small refreshment on the bus, some alcohol pops and that, you know. So different generation, different circumstances. Must have been a good laugh at the time, eh?
Yeah, well, a small refreshment. Had a ripped top liver at the time. There were some buses. If it was my birthday and I blew in the corners, I'd have lit them. Had a ripped top liver at the time. At one time I couldn't do without it, but I'm glad to can say I could do without it nowadays, you know what I mean? Oh, it's difficult, but especially the last 6 or 7 years, you know what I mean, with who's been in charge of our club. I mean, Alibaba only had 40. I'll just go in at Charles Green and Craig White, you know, and the band of Renegades. But we're recovering slowly but surely, you know.
The clue should have been in the name, mate, when they came in the door, Green and White. We should have known.
That's true, but then again, even came Saddam Hussein, I think, as a manager then. We're still clutching at straws. Not so much now. It'll take time, but as I've said to people, a lot more educated than I'll ever be. This will take time. This isn't a quick fix by any means. I'll say Stevie Gerrard and McAllister will take at least a year. We might even, I hope no, but we might sacrifice the league this season again. I believe firmly they too and their backroom staff will get it right, you know.
I hope you're right, Stuart. Do you remember who your...
Yeah, I hope they will.
You remember your first trip was on the bus? Where your first game was?
What? Domestic-wise?
Aye, domestic-wise, aye.
I don't know if it was down to Ayr or no that season, but
right.
I remember going down there a couple of times, but we had a double-decker at the time.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Some of the young team, when they believed no toilets on the buses then, eh?
No, that's right. Nowadays, you're actually supposed to sit with your seatbelt on. Well, some of our team, it should be a straitjacket on, back to front, outside in. And you're actually supposed to ring a bell above you to draw the driver's attention and say, "Could you stop, please, driver, to use the toilet?" I try to explain that to the young team and all that, you know, while they're doing the bouncy. I mean, back in the 70s, the whole alcoholism and what have you, I mean, even the driver had a carry out, I think, some of the grounds we went to. But these days are all by, and as I say, I've dealt with Douglas Park for about 40 years now. He calls me son, he's 67, I'm 71. I dealt with Douglas Park when he had a unicycle and a wheelbarrow. So,
They've prospered as the clubs have prospered. So then you're well known for your European trips. What was the first European trip you done in the KP?
Yeah. That might have been 20 Escate. You know, Dutch teams are this. Pronounce the second part of the name right. I won't say 20 in Cheddar or 20 Escate.
Like
Yeah, we went on the cross-channel ferry, and the captain made an announcement. The ensign had been taken off the back of the boat. So I seen it spread on a table where the bears were enjoying a couple of sherbets. And I says, you better get that back. The boat can't dock. Amazingly, about 5 minutes later, it was back. One of the crew members put it back on the back of the cross-channel ferry. So that was the type of things that went on.
Were they attracted by the colours by any chance?
I would say that ensign, you know what I mean, that the flag of our country in the top left-hand corner might be a giveaway.
I can imagine. They only borrowed it, but
I'll be looking forward to getting back in the next cross-channel ferry. The last one I was on, I ripped all the sails and I threw the cannonballs all the side. So, some of the stories, I mean, you know, it's totally bizarre. You wonder how you get by with them. But it's the camaraderie and all that, and it's your mates that make the trips, you know.
And the characters. I mean, you've had some tragedy on your trips as well, mate, eh?
Aye, well, a real sad one was we were going to Dortmund and a boy called Peter Watson from Maryhill. We stopped. We had two buses. He was on the other coach at Hasten he had. That was in bus 1. The gentleman was in bus 2. And we stopped to a rest spot in the borders of Holland and Germany. Just the name escapes me, and the boy, a hit and run. It was the old one, no look left instead of right, and vice versa. And that put a damper on the whole trip. It really did. You know, we arrived in Dortmund. Again, mate, nothing to me, honestly. We're coming back, and we're a man down, you know. And tragically, I met his family after it. We wrestled up. It was very good. It was quite a lot of money in the days, about £380, if I remember right, approximately. They gave it to his family, you know, obviously, when we came back. But that put a real damper on it. A gentleman called Peter Watson, he was from Maryhill. I hadn't run. God rest him.
I mean, accidents happen, mate, and you're not responsible for traffic accidents. But so, how many countries have you visited with the KP Loyal?
Well, don't get me wrong, I'm to be a super fan or anything. I've just been gifted born a blue nose. You know what I mean? I've been abroad over 100 times.
Right.
I've been abroad over 100 times, but I went to early 70s for a forum to Kinnan Park Loyal, you know. I remember, was it Gornick or something, the old East Germany? Me and a fella called Davy Fletcher. Davy's in Canada now, and we went to the borders and we forgot to get a visa. And they wouldn't let us in, the old East Germany. You live and learn, you know. Some of that was quite bizarre. And St Etienne and all comes to mind, 76. As I see Baxter's there, I mentioned earlier on. I was working at the time, shows you how long ago it was. I was in Chrysler on the Monday. I says, what are you doing? Looking at a case, you're done your work. I was permanent night shift at the time. I says, I'm going to St Etienne. I told her, she says, where's that? I says, France. I think she thought it was Forfar I was going to or somewhere, or Falkirk. And for my sins, I turned the rent money. Went to Baxter's, a couple of sherbets. All right, where are you going? I says, I'm going to France. See the Rangers, you know. Totally bizarre. I think that was October 1975, that'd be. I turned the work in Chrysler at the time. Well, they were glad when I was away. They built more motors. I worked in the famous cable. You didn't stamp in where I was. You signed the visitor's book. I was at Sloaney assembly line. When the motor came off at the end, it needed an MOT.
I don't think you were the only one that done that in Chrysler, mate.
That's correct. Aye. Oh no.
So you've boss, how much organising does it take to get a European trip? Say if you were running a bus to see Villarreal, what would be the logistics involved?
Well, first of all, you'd need everybody's passport numbers, full name and address, the postal codes. Then nowadays it's imperative that they're in the travel club, i.e. to keep an eye and tabs on them and make sure they behave themselves in accordance with how a Rangers supporter should behave. You'd have all that now. Funny enough, I had 3 or 4 calls on it, people asking me if I was running a bus to Villarreal. I says, I'm 71 now, I've had my day in the sun, you know. But I sure remember the 80s and the 90s. You used to get a lot of boys for Partick and what have you, as well as the Kinnan Park.
Aye.
And now when I have a wee sherbet and over in Partick, various distilleries, they'll say, aye, my dad told me about you. He says he was used to go on your bus. It's amazing who you see, you know, in the stories.
I would love to say it was my dad told me about you, but lying.
Yeah, but
so you've got to get the names, you've got to do all that, and then you've got to get bums and seats.
That's correct. And parts of Hamilton are the best buses. You know what I mean? They're slightly more pricier maybe than other companies, but they're the best coaches. I.e., if you break down, they'll have a replacement bus to you within about 12 hours anywhere on the continent. Whereas doing for years, guys, I say, sure, I can get a cheaper hire on this, i.e. a bingo bus, but if you break down, it's Bella, you know. They're the business.
Did that ever happen to you, mate? Did you ever break down?
Yeah, we broke down going to Palma. We were 16 hours in a service station. Everybody was panicking. I think it was the brakes or something like that. The brake pads burnt out. So we're all off the bus. Northern Italy. Just a powwow. Having picnics on the side of the motorway service station. You know.
On the way there or on the way back?
That was on the way there. We lost about 12 hours. Aye.
Made the game?
We made the game, aye. We arrived there during the night. Went into the digs about 4 in the morning or something like that. You can't legislate for that. Another time we come down Mont Blanc, we weren't going to wait for the Mont Blanc tunnel. It was shut during the night and the driver says, do you want me to go for it? I said, what does that mean? He says, we'll go up and down Mont Blanc. That was a wee bit hairy, but we done it. It was like a helter-skelter. You know.
It's quite a big hill, really.
Mont Blanc, aye. You could say that, aye.
You really like to be the paper boy doing the tap of that, would you?
Exactly.
So
you get people that like to climb a mountain. You get people who say, I like to climb a mountain because it's there. Well, I'm a wee bit silly. I like walking around them because it's there.
Because you can. So luckily that only happened once. What was in all your European trips? What was your favourite?
Well, Florentina Nova's penalty. That was the 1st of May, wasn't it? 2008. That comes to mind. Eindhoven. I've always enjoyed Eindhoven. I think 3 Eindhovens seem to have a good record at the PSV Philips Stadium.
Aye.
A good record at Eindhoven, and Florentina was something else.
Aye, that was an emotional night, yeah.
Aye.
Emotional night. It was, for all Rangers supporters.
Yep, that was phenomenal. You know what I mean? And I'm going to surprise you here, Ox.
Yep.
Barcelona. There wasn't obviously I was there. I was the first to get to Ali McDonald. Schoolmate of mine. 2 days, 3 days growth. I grabbed them, etc. But I know we beat some great teams in the road. There was the Stade Rennes,
yep.
Torino, Sport Lisbon,
yep, and Bayern
Munich, and then Moscow Dynamo. But what always stuck in my craw box was we never won the cup to get there. We went in there as second prize merchants. You understand what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying, aye.
You know what I mean? And I know I'm maybe being a wee bit pedantic, but it sort of taken the shine off it for me, Barcelona. Oh, magnificent achievement, the players involved in that, but, you know, it just, I'd put Helicopter Sunday, 22nd of May 2005. I got my match ticket in front of me here. The 9 in a row, Tannadice, 7th of May. 1977, Loudrop's goal. And then winning the league at Parkhead, Neil McCann's 2 goals, 2nd of May 1999. That to me is number 1. And then another great performance was the 3-0 at Lille.
Yes, when Big Kuzan had a great game that night.
Oh, Rangers were outstanding that night. All the games, they all spring to mind.
What was the longest
Helicopter Sunday.
What was the longest journey you done on a bus, Stuart?
We done Athens on a bus. That was, we were on the Adriatic. So we get a ferry from Ancona to, I maybe not say this too well, Igamisto, northern Greece. Then the bus down to Athens. But funny story about that, we're all sitting having a couple of sherbets in the middle of the Adriatic. So one of the boys come down, Stuart, you want to get up the stairs? I says, no, I'm all right, what is it? He says, there's a couple of ladies taking a shower. I says, what, have they got on the appropriate attire? He says, go on up and take a look. So I went up, a rugby scrum of bears, all kidding on, they were sipping cans and all that. It was 2 young ladies taking a shower, and they all together. And, you know, I think it was seawater that was coming through. But I'll not elaborate, I'll leave it to your imagination. And it was a nice summer's day to be sailing down to Greece in the Adriatic, put it that way. You know, that springs to mind. Aye, and they weren't a bit put out. We got talking to them, either 2 German girls and that, you know what I mean? Just seemed the natural thing to do.
Oh, it's all good and fun. Good and fun.
Exactly.
That was maybe the longest trip, but what was the worst trip you ever done then?
Oh, well, we went to San Sebastian. Where were we going? We were going to Porto, and we stopped at San Sebastian and overnight. Come back to the bus in the morning, the bus had been broken into. I mean, that's all. You mean that's the worst one apart for the Peter Watson being killed? You know,
aye, of course.
That was the worst one. The boys hold alls and rifled, and the coppers they weren't that, and they just these bandoleros come down from the hills and all that, and they broke into the coach, and then a lot of hold alls get stolen. And I was to do a quick insurance itinerary. And it was amazing how many bears on the bus had Gucci watches and what have you, and Rolex watches, you know what I mean? And brand new V-necks and everything, you know.
Oh,
I said, look lads, this is...
Pringle jumpers.
That's correct, aye. And some of them would have made Wurzel Gumries look like Trevor Brooken. The next minute, they got Rolex watches and everything. And crazy. But I put a downer on the trip. But you go these trips, you go on the coach, you're oblivious. You're built up, you're a couple of sherbets, full of adrenaline, and you're seeing the greatest team in the world coming down that tunnel, wherever you go. Coming back's always a downer, you know. You just wish, you know what I mean, it was like Star Trek, beam me up, and you were sitting in the house 5 minutes after the final whistle, you know.
Aye.
Well,
come back to domestic football. There's a lot of debate about tickets just now, and you'll have seen it when you started in the 70s and then through the 80s.
Soonest era.
Let's not kid yourself. Before Souness came, mate, you couldn't give some of the tickets away for a wee games, wasn't it? We still had a great support travelling, but the grounds were never full. To Souness came in, and then it got really, really busy. Then with the advent of season tickets, you knew the experience, Stuart. How do we solve it? Because it's a real riddle, isn't it? Because how do you get new people involved, and how do you reward people that's always went? I don't know the answer.
That's true. Some buses do a point system and all that, but it's difficult. But some of your members get their own tickets by hook or crook. It was the late Hugh Adams that told us about 30 years ago at a meeting And the working man was a loser 6 days out of 7. And he says, that 7th day always wants his match ticket, you know. But there are a hardcore, you see, that go everywhere and they'll get tickets because it plays a big part in your life, the Rangers, as it has done with me, you know what I mean?
Aye.
But you'll get in, I think. Apart, the obvious one now is Parkhead, with the capacity and drastically reduced. It's difficult. Tynecastle's difficult. Hibs this season, if they half the Rangers end, it could be in bother. And Pittodrie. They're the 4 hardies, I think. The other ones, if you're determined, you go on a supporters bus, you'll get a ticket, I think. You know, if you put in that effort and endeavour to get one. But there's some people, sometimes, they want a match ticket stuck on their forehead, you know, before they'll go anywhere. And it's a bit of an oxymoron, this, even though we're the greatest team in the world, we're the most fickle, impulsive, capricious supporters in the world. I said to certain Rangers directors, who I've already mentioned, you might get the gist of it. I says, I wouldn't like to be a director, maybe if you know who, say 9 or 10 in a row, because the Rangers supporters, in my estimation, they'll look for a scapegoat, and I wouldn't like to be a director. We'll have to vote on Sunday, you know, but I don't think we'll go there, but we'd like to think a year's time we'll stop it.
I mean,
what are you going to say, Ox?
The ticket thing, I mean, obviously, buses are getting 1 and 2 tickets, and it's very, very difficult for them to run buses, you know. Obviously, a lot of their members will be season ticket holders, and they'll be getting some of the tickets, but you'll not have 50 tickets to run a bus. You'll not have 50 tickets to run a bus. It's very, very difficult, eh?
Yeah, well, aye, anything but, aye. But you get people that's maybe in the members section or something, you know what I mean, one of the lounges, and they'll get given tickets, you know. But we try to advertise it in the evening times periodically. Non-members with own tickets more than welcome, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But as I say, every successful supporters bus, you need your regular non-members as well as your members paying for the full season, you know. But it's difficult.
How many members, approximately, do you think, how many people do you think have been members of the KP bus since you started it, mate?
Oh, that would get into hundreds. Various people leave for various other reasons, you know what I mean? And
life.
What have you, but I've kept a hardcore. It's been ways since the start. But I can't do this forever now. I'm sailing into the sunset now. I'm riding the horse into the sunset now. I've not fell off it yet, but a guy says, sure, you're enough a man. And I'll say to him, aye, there's no worry in the world God didn't give you big enough shooter blades to carry. I only worry about when I'm dead, I'll not see the Rangers, but always remember, Hawks, there's no tow bar on a hearse. We've got to go on with it while we're here.
Aye, you've got to enjoy it.
We'll be back. We're going to enjoy it. They said to the late, the great Bob Dylan one day outside his hotel in New York, one of the reporters, says, how are you today, Mr. Dylan? Bob Dylan went, every day above the ground's a good day, you know. So I try to live my life like that and all, you know. But it's been a big, big, big part of my life, the Glasgow Rangers, you know what I mean?
Aye,
yep.
And
it'll no change now. My father, he helped run the Kingston Rangers Supporters Club. I lost my dad in the 60s, Tommy Daniels. My dad was clever. He was a Scottish draft champion back in the 30s. Could play drafts and that blindfold. Seriously, he could say, i.e. number 35 to 37. Then it rubbed off on me, his brain. And my brother, Sam, he's 84. He won the Ibrox Quiz King competition. It's a big, big part of his life. He's a small one of the family now, my brother. He's 84, obviously, still a regular attender at Ibrox. So it was
It's in the
born into
gene.
me, you know what I mean?
It's in the genes, mate. You can't take it away, you know. We're not
That's
created,
correct, aye.
we're born, we're no manufactured Rangers
That's
supporters.
correct. That's correct. And we're not just for Christmas, we're forever.
And I think we've shown that in the last 6 years, and the fact that buses like you
Going to Elgin. We're in Elgin, parked the bus. Usually was looking for somewhere to go, let's just say, for a bite to eat before the game. We got up there about, and there was a wee woman, it was a cottage type house, and she was selling Mars bars and bottles of water, case of Strongbow. She said, "Get your drink here, lads, you want something? I'm a lot cheaper than Tesco's, you know." And that made me laugh that day, you know. And that journey, it was poignant. I remember, I've got my ticket here, Brecon City, the first round of the Ramsden Cup, 29th of July, with 2012.
the hedge.
And I seen the Rangers coming out that day because, you know, we got accused that our club was dead and all that. And I must admit there were tears in my eyes that day. And I looked round about the support and I says, this club will never die. Never. And I was proud that day to see them coming down the tunnel. I think my memory serves me correctly. Ali McCoy said about 8 or 9 regulars to choose from that day. But we done it and we come through. And that day will live me forever in Aubrey in the first round of the Ramsden Cup.
You know, yes, mate.
I feel sorry. What? For the young bears.
You know, on you go, Stuart.
You know, I feel sorry, you know, for the young bears and Berets now. You know, have never seen the Rangers team. You know, like sir. Well, I've seen Richie Shearer, Calder, Davis, McKinnon, Baxter, Henderson, McMillan, Miller, Brandon Wilson. It's like a song. I don't need to look that up. That's in my heart. It comes automatically. They never seen players like that. The young team, you know. That bugs me. Seeing, you know, the Golfies, the Gorhams. You know, Loudrops. I mean, I could name a team. This team would beat the world, I think. Gorham, back four, a Jardine, Butcher, Goff, Souness. Gazza and Baxter in the middle, forward line. 4-2-4, I think you'd call it nowadays. Loudrop, Coisty, Eric Johnson and Davy Cooper. I mean, that team would even... They'd beat Real Madrid, I think. Obviously, they didn't play as a team. They're the greatest Rangers that I remember. And I can't understand it now. It might be another contradiction in terms or an oxymoron, if you want to call it that. I can go back, as I say, I'm 71. Billy Simpson, Don Kitchenbrand, who is something similar to Alfredo Morelos. He's similar, Don Kitchenbrand. Maxie Murray, Jimmy Miller, Jim Forrest, Colin Steen. Coisty, I think, is the greatest Rangers centre forward ever. Even Mark Haitley, Kevin Drinkle, Morris Johnson, Derek Johnson, who, in my opinion, should have been the greatest Rangers team. I know the internet and all that, the young team put Mark Haitley in. Brilliant centre forward, Mark Haitley. But Derek Johnson, for me, should have been in there at centre. Derek Johnson could be centre half and all. A legend as a Rangers player. Duncan Ferguson, Alec Ferguson, Marco Negri, Torrey Andrew Flo, Michael Moles, even Gordon Dury, and you know, he couldn't trap a landmine. To me, they were all better than Alfredo Morelos. Now, I know the young team all sing about him and all that. I know he's young. They say, oh, he puts his sell about Shuri. Well, for 15 grand a week, I had even bumped into Serena Williams on a foggy night or bumped into a moneylender in the pub. But that's only my opinion. But maybe I'm wrong. But I know he's got a 4-year contract. But I'd try and fatten him up, metaphorically speaking, to punt him. You know, I think we can get better for that. We deserve better than that.
Suppose I move on. But see, when we started the journey, Stuart, was there people came back to the club that maybe did just their life, maybe bringing up families or whatever, jobs or whatever?
Aye.
Did it start bringing people back? Because we nearly lost, well, it turns out we never, but it felt as if we nearly lost our club for a lot of people, and it brought people back because they realised how important the club was to them. Did you see that on the bus, mate?
Aye. A lot did go, and then a lot fell away. I'd say it'd be about 50-50. A lot says, right, this is the time you stick by the Rangers, you know. And there's one or two drifted away. See, I keep all the club books every year, and I go through them periodically, you know. And but we will be back, but it'll take time. My late wife, who I lost 3 years ago, was a Scouser. I have two brother-in-laws that are Liverpool supporters. My opinion, with Gerard there, the structure will be better, the spirit will be better, the shape will be better, the professionalism will be better. But it will take time. And remember, we've got loanees, we've got £2 million players. My fix is a Russian oligarch or a Saudi Arabian prince with 50 to 80 million. That's what I think. It's only my opinion. That's what I think the Rangers need to get us back where we belong, at the top, and to win the league. Because I think every Rangers manager, that's the agenda, that's the criteria. You must win the league with the Rangers. You know, we've got to get to 55 before you know who get 9 or 10. A lot says we'll need to stop the 10. A lot of wise judges say we'll need to stop the 9. You know, I'll go along with that.
Aye.
So,
if just going back to the supporters bus, if you could give any advice to anybody who was thinking about starting up a bus, because there has been buses sprung up all over the country, mate, and I'm talking about north and south of the border and Northern Ireland as well. What advice would you give them, mate? I.e., we'll go for 50, a ballpark, a bus takes 50. Have 35 to 40 regular members and 10 or 15, because you say you get 40 members, 40 might not turn up every week, so you get down to 35, so you'll take 10 non-members or 15. But it's no good putting a notice up or advertising and people saying, I'm gone, put me down. As I said to you earlier on, Ox, the bus runs in petrol, no pedals, or I'm gones and put me down. You've got to be dedicated. You get on a bit there, you touched on it there, Northern Ireland, or that integral part of the United Kingdom. You see them. You get into the car, you see their buses week in, week out. Remember all the stuff they bought out the superstore and what have you. They're fervent and they're really loyal, and you wonder why they do it. No, we know why they do it. You wonder how they do it every week. I take my hat off to these lads and lasses that come over to Ulster, you know. And the north of Scotland and all the Aberdeen boys, I know them, what have you. And the boys,
people travel up to Harrogate and that.
We had people on a few weeks ago, Stuart, for a guy's no missed a home game or a game at Ibrox for 5 years to Plymouth.
Yeah, that's phenomenal. Well, that's a lovely part of the world down there, you know what I mean? Plymouth, and you go along to South England, Portsmouth and all, a lot of Bears and Berettes down there. Aye, Plymouth, loyal fans, Harrogate and all, you know what I mean? They come up to there. Liverpool and all. Yep, all over Wales. Aye.
If you'd one thing you did differently on the bus, mate, what's your experience taught you?
One thing In what aspect do you mean, Ox?
Just an organisation or maybe delegation. Is there anything you would do differently?
Well, I'd like to bring back the boy that we lost.
Aye, well, that would be a great shout, mate.
You know what I mean? First and foremost, it's not about me or anything like that, you know. It's like, I think I said in one of the Voice of the Old Firms, I'd love to see Joe Wallace and coming down the tunnel, Scott Simon, Deedle, Harry Davis, Johnny Hubbard, Sandy Jardine. I'd love to see them coming back down the tunnel one day and being introduced in the middle of the park, you know. But the bus, I wish they'd have done a lot more when there'd have been accomplishment, let's put it that way.
Are you glad you done it? Would you swap the time? Because obviously it takes takes you your life organising all these things and all these trips.
Aye, that's right. I forsook rather a lot of family life to follow the Rangers, and I don't think I'm really proud of that. You know, it's a rare day for Croatia. I'm away hen. I'll see you on Friday or things like that. But Germany, I think I was in Germany more times in this 6th Army. Hitler's Panzers. But the places you end up, phenomenal, you know.
The people you meet,
team.
The people you meet, the characters you meet, you can't buy them, eh?
No, nobody can take that away. What's in my head? Well, I should actually pawn my brain. I'll get a fortune for it. It's never been used, but it's all stored up there, you know. There's nobody can ever take that away from me. And I'll follow them at the day I die.
I can't take it away from you, mate. Listen,
No.
I hope you've enjoyed this, mate. I hope it's not been too difficult because there's a lot of emotion there. Obviously, the boy passing away takes its toll on anybody, you know. And a lot of people listen to this and they'll realise that people have to put up with a lot to run supporters buses. It just doesn't happen overnight.
Oh no. Yeah. But you're only as good as your members, you know. And some of the characters, even me, Swanee, does a lot for the Kinnan Park Loyal now. I'm more or less sit at the front. You call him Gary Neville with a P60. He looks like Gary Neville. There's Dwarfman, there's Frosty, there's the Boston Dangler. He's one of our old members. Harry Masonic Jr., Captain Cupcake, Dick Smallpiece. You know, introducing Henry Miller. There's just so many of the characters. You know, they make the bus, no me.
Yep,
I'm not a super fan or anything like that. I'm just that's all the put in my gravestone. Stuart Daniels, a Ranger supporter. They try to make people laugh and enjoy life. That's my epitaph. I'll be quite happy.
Listen, mate, on behalf of Rangers Radio, thanks for coming on my show, mate, and taking the time to join us.
Okay, thanks for having me.
We're going to play a wee song now. I believe you might like it. So all the best, Stuart, and speak to you soon, mate.
Thanks a lot, and I wish every success to your radio station. Thank you very much, Ox. Thank you.
Cheers, mate. Speak soon. Cheers,
Thank
mate.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Ever since I recall, I have followed football and ingrained in my heart are the Rangers FC. Through good and the bad, times of happy or sad, it will always be Rangers for me. For when I was a lad, I was led by the hand down the Paisley Road West. I will never forget that beautiful sight of the red, blue and white from the day I'd be Rangers for life. And I vowed to my dad, if I too have a lad, I would show him the way as he did on that day. And so now here I stand with young Lyle by the hand, after walking down Paisley Road West. For when I was a lad, I was led by the hand down the Paisley Road West. I will never forget that beautiful sight of the red, blue and white. From that day I'd be Rangers for life. For when I was a lad, I was led by the hand down the Paisley Road West. I will never forget that beautiful sight of the red, blue and white. For the day I'd be Rangers for life. There's a great sense of pride that I feel deep inside as I'm watching the journey, my father and son. And it's sure safe to say at the end of the game, win or lose, we will all follow on. For when I was a lad, I was led by the hand down the Paisley Road West. I will never forget that beautiful sight of the red, blue and white. From that day I'd be Rangers for life. Ever since I recall, I have followed football, and ingrained in my heart are the Rangers FC. Through good and the bad, times of happy or sad, it will always be Rangers for me. For when I was a lad, I was led by the hand down the Paisley Road West. I will never forget that beautiful sight of the red, blue and white. For the day I'd be Rangers for life. From that day I'd be Rangers for life. From that day I'd be Rangers for life.
Different class.
Thanks for that. Stuart,
Different.
You're welcome to join us.
Different class.
You're welcome to stay on the line, mate, and join us if you want. We're just going to have a normal show now, mate, about the Rangers.
Down the Paisley Road West, I will never forget that beautiful sight of the red, blue and white. And now we'll be Rangers for life. Sorry, guys.
You enjoy that, Bridge?
Oh, fabulous. Just fabulous. And by the way, well done to Stuart. I was just magnificent, pal. Great memories. I'm the same age as yourself. I was a January 47 man. Seriously, well, no, I am. But, so, same age.
Thanks very much for that.
But really well done. Brilliant memories.
Thanks very much, sir. Thank you.
All right. We've also been joined by Big Ulster. How we doing, big man?
Hello, how are you? How you doing, mate?
All right.
Hi, Stuart. Thanks for coming on, mate. That was a really good interview.
Okay, sir.
I'll get to listen to the whole interview tomorrow because I've only got the last half hour because I was actually at the old Rangers meeting tonight there for our own wee club in Lisburn here. But yeah, from what I heard was great, mate, and everybody in the. I'm looking at the lobby here, mate, and everybody really enjoyed that interview. So well done, mate. Thank you for coming on.
Can I tell you something, sir? My grandfather was at the song. He was from Coleraine. I've Ulster blood in me. That was my mum's. Right? My mum's father was a Coleraine man.
Brilliant. I didn't know that, Stuart.
Yeah, he's from Coleraine, Spittle Hill. I've Ulster blood in me. I'm proud of that.
Here. Glad to hear it, mate.
Well,
there you go. You learned
yeah,
something.
My mum's dad. Yep. Yeah, my mum's dad was an Ulster man.
We've also been joined by our own JFK. How we doing, JFK?
How you doing, guys?
How we doing? I thought you were dead.
I had a few things today.
Where have you been, Jimmy? Where have you been?
I've been away again. That Hugh Keevins are right up there, where you know. Stuart, how you doing, pal?
Not bad, sir. Listen,
Stuart. In the background.
No way dogging it. No way dogging it, Stuart. That's right. I remember that advert, guy. No way, no way. Glad you were
Stuart, my name's Jimmy Miller. I used to run the North West area bus with Partick, then with Roseville Rangers.
Oh, aye.
I travelled
Wait a minute, Jimmy. Somebody's got the show on in the background, yeah?
Oh, I can hear that's no me.
Right, somebody get the show. Can they put it off? I think it might be the caller. Ah, there we go. Carry on, GFK.
Stuart, I travelled on your bus. I'm sure it was 1985. We went to see Osasuna. And
Oh, aye.
It was a fantastic. We get beat 1-0 at Ironbooks. We won. They get beat. We won 1-0 at Ironbooks, and they beat us 2-0 there. But
2-0 over there. That's right.
it was me, aye, and it was a joy. We were the Northwest area at the time in Partick, and we hadn't established a European bus at that time. And at that time, I mean, a lot of guys. You said it many times there, Stuart. A lot of guys don't appreciate the way the buses were run, and you ran that like a military operation, mate. Getting everybody organised, make sure everybody who had a ticket was going on the bus, blah, blah, blah. I could go on and on and on,
Thanks
mate.
for that.
It was really a good trip. I really enjoyed it. We went on to become a successful club. I also formed the Blues Brothers Rangers Supporters Club in the Roseville, which it's still going alongside the Roseville Rangers. I
was singing with them on Sunday night
what do you
in
mean?
the tenement bar. David Cooper and all them. Team. You'd have thought we won 7-0 Sunday night.
Look, Stuart, I mean, I'm 60 now, so I'm just a youngster compared to you. But I look like yourself. I'm dyed in the wool, the same as the rest of the guys, and I'm the same as yourself, mate. When on my grave, so just put Jimmy Miller, Rangers man, and that's all I want. You know, I love the Rangers, the same as yourself, but. It's great to hear you on here, Stuart, and I hope you're keeping well, mate. It was a privilege that 4 days that we spent on the bus. I did have two pair underpants. Unfortunately, only one pair of socks. And it was, you know, their memories, as you say, it's hard to start a bus now. Then in the 70s and 80s, it was a military operation, but nowadays it's no saying it's easy. But it's a lot blooming easier than it was then, Stuart.
Aye, that's right. And the alcohol played a major part in it, I know. Let's not kid ourselves on, you know what I mean?
Aye, God, aye.
Aye, you know, but... aye. A lot of the buses, I was glad when I had enough, a lot of the buses, you know. Oh, really bad.
That was the biggest problem. Did you want to run out?
I know. There were some of these trips. I was more stoned in the American Embassy.
Aye, well, aye. We'll not go into that.
No, we'll not get into that. No. Nowadays they're going in flute pipes or something like that. They're smoking pipes and all that, but... Oh, I know.
We'll be joined,
top liver you had.
We'll be joined by another caller. How we doing, Denver? All the way from
How
Denver,
you doing, all right,
Colorado.
yourself?
How we doing, mate? All right?
How you doing? How doing, all right, yourself?
Aye, not bad, Denver.
Good to hear Big Stuarty on. Stuarty, you'll remember a trip to Dublin way back in, I think, 75. We flew Aer Lingus, and we got thrown out of Boozers, if you recall, because there was a photograph of JFK behind the bar, and you asked the barman if that was the manager, and he threw us right out in our ass.
Was that not the same day it's
on the show?
Bridgman, Bridgman, just let the boy speak. On you go, Stuart.
Aye, but that was a Dublin we seen somebody going down O'Connell Street and they come all backwards. And I said to one of the Garda, I says, who's that? Is the circus in town? He says, no, don't bother. I'm that's Lawrence of Dublin.
I just seems like yesterday, Stuarty, and it's like 75, was it? 74, 75 or something like that.
That's right, aye. Oh, I know.
Aye.
Mandate country, but good laugh.
Aye, we flew back with the team, if you remember. The team flew back in the same flight as us, you know. So.
That's anyway, right, aye, and
anyway,
thanks for that very well, and the same yourself. Much obliged. I appreciate that, sir. Lovely to hear from you.
All the best, guys.
Cheers,
Thanking you.
Happy memories for everybody there.
Stuart, just to let you know, that call's come in from Denver, Colorado.
Denver.
Aye.
I remember the plane. It was Aer Lingus. I'm not saying it was an old plane, but it was stopped at Bridge of Weir to take on wood. Aye.
That was great.
And the pilot came out and he said to me, "Has anybody been to Ireland before?" And I stuck up my horn. He says, "Is it kidney shaped, Biggin?"
Don't laugh at him, Alston. You'll encourage him.
That's correct. Everybody was sick in the plane. Barbara Streisand, she was sick in the plane, and she was only in the in-flight movie. They said, if you're sick, use the bag in front. I never even knew the woman. Right into her anorak. Anyway, leave it at that. For plain jokes.
Oh, dear. Rudy Berry joined us, but I think he's dropped out. Hopefully he'll be back in.
Colin writes a nice message to you, Stuart, just on the Twitter. He says, what an absolutely wonderful interview with Stuart. Impressive, funny and sad. Puts into perspective what it means to be a Rangers supporter. Such dedication. Well done, lads, and well done, Stuart, and thank you. Makes us all proud of our club and its supporters.
Oh, here. Absolutely.
Yeah, here. That's nice. Yep. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Any messages for Facebook, Big Ulster?
Loads of messages. The interviews went down a hit, Stuart. Everybody loved it, to be honest, mate. Really, really enjoyed it. Really insightful. So, great job.
Well, as I say, if I can jog people's memory with a wee laugh, it makes me happy. You know, brilliant. Right. You still there, Ox? Yeah, obviously.
I'm still here, mate. Listen,
when does this go into?
When does this go into? 11 o'clock normally, mate.
11, aye.
Aye.
Every go for a cup of tea.
I know, guy like me, I'm due getting my cocoa now and that.
You're not the oldest.
Sitting in pyjama bottoms and pyjama bottoms, you don't need to ask I'm wearing the Rangers jersey.
Stuart.
Yes.
Jimmy here again. I was saying to the guys a couple of weeks ago, my first ever European game, Stuart, was a Barcelona final. I was only 15 at the time, and I'd never been to see Rangers away anywhere in Europe, but I had to go to see them. Them, and it was fantastic. I wasn't one of the ones that go into the park, but that was my first. First ever European away game, and it was in Barcelona. Absolutely fantastic, mate. And you know, as you were saying,
I got to meet Doddy first that night. I got to meet Ali McDonald first that night. You seen Bolton there caught me. You know, right? Or it was struggling. They were actually clawing at him, trying to get his jersey off, and I lifted him up. He says, "Stuarty." I said, "Doddy, we've done it." He says, "Help me, lift me up." He was really under pressure. The guy's actually clawing at his skin to take off his socks and his boots and all that. And I had 3 days growth and that, and I managed to carry him to the side of the park, and we're all grabbing him and everything, you know, but there's some achievement in knowing Alan McDonald. Like a great Rangers man. He'd be worth millions nowadays.
Well, you were saying earlier on about naming your this and that and about the younger generation now. And I mean, my boy's 21 now, and he's obviously picked up the batting and that. And me and him sitting at Ibrox watching football, but I'm trying to teach him. You know, there's one team you need to remember, and it's McCloy, Jordan, Matheson, Gregg, Johnson, Davy Smith, Tommy McLean, Alfie Codd, Colin Steen, Alan McDonald, and the great Willie Johnson. And then there was Jerry Neath in goal. You know, that was Barcelona. And one of my wife's favourite players at that time was Derek Parlin. You know, and
Derek Parlin,
and one of the most underrated players that played for Rangers at that time was Andy Penman.
That's right, inside right,
I remember before we went to play in Barcelona, we played against St Mirren at the old Love Street, and I think the score was 7-8 or 9-2. And I think Andy Penman scored 4 goals that night. My memory's no bad. I think it might be short 4, but that was a great team. The Barcelona team, what a team that was, mate!
You're right.
Fantastic team.
Listen, Stuart. Listen, we thank you for joining Rangers Radio. I'll be in touch, and if you enjoyed it, we'll bring you back on again, sir. It's been a pleasure talking to you this evening, mate. Yeah.
Aye, no problem.
All right, and you
just to tell my friend there, the five subs at Barcelona: Andy Penman, Jerry Neath, Jim Denny, Derek Purley, and Graham Fife. None of them were used.
Graham Fife, that's right. Graham Fife. None of them were used, that's right, but Graham Fife, that was the one I missed.
None of them were used. Am I right?
Yeah, Graham
Fife.
Fife.
Spot on, mate.
I forgot all about that, okay. Stuart. Graham Fife.
Stuart, you look after yourself, mate. You look after yourself.
Thanks a lot, sir. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Cheers, good night, boys. Sure. Good night, everybody.
Night, Sterling.
Thank you.
Cheers,
we are with people. Good night.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Denver Rudy Bear tried to join us. I hope if you're out there, Rudy, come back in. I don't know what happened there, mate. Good to hear from you, mate. I hope you've enjoyed that. Obviously, Stuart's passion for the Rangers shone through. He's one of the characters of the Rangers world, GFK.
Oh, definitely. I mean, you'll obviously not remember me. Stuart's went through that many heats over the years, the thousands of blue noses that have passed on his buses as non-members, etc. You'll always remember the members that he's got in the bus. But your interview was fantastic, Ox, and it was great. He shared a lot of memories there that I think all the older generation of Gers fans that like me I can relate to that, And it was great. Some of his memories were my memories. And I thought you done a great interview, mate. That was fantastic. Cheers, mate.
Can I just second that? Oxter, that was absolutely superb. Well done. Seriously well done. And a huge thank you to yourself and for Foxy and anybody else that was involved in the backroom side of things. Just setting that up. It was just marvellous. Well done. Congratulations to you, pal.
Yeah, here.
Well, he's one of the characters. Anyway, we move on. The Rangers story keeps coming. Obviously, Alan McGregor is the most violent act that's ever happened on a football pitch, Big Ulster.
It was cramp. I'm telling you. He had to stretch that leg out. It shows you how bad the media is, though, doesn't it? They're constantly going on and on and on and on about this. If you think of what Scott Brown's done recently and the last few seasons with elbows here and took bad tackles on one of the young Hearts players, all glossed over and forgot about. It just seems to be our players getting picked on. I think it's just time just to move on. But unfortunately, there's people in the media who just can't let it go.
Is it because JFK and then Bridge? Is it because it's all about the Rangers and they have to have stories, positive or negative, and nobody bothers with their papers?
Well, I mean, it is what it is, Ox. They're going to give us it in the neck all the time. I don't buy them now. I just read what I can. I get off the net and that, but it's absolutely scandalous. He was only trying to push the guy away with his leg. He was sitting and tapped his leg. Let's be honest, to turn around and say it's one of the most diabolical tackles. I was reading online today, the Sutton fella. What a cheek he's got. What is it he says? Is it UFC or something? I can't remember what he quoted today about UFC fighting and all that. These guys need to get a grip. It's always about the Rangers. And they're trying to keep us in the headlines for the wrong reasons. And that's wrong. In my mind, that's wrong. Yeah. Everybody's go at it in for us. And that's wrong with what they're doing.
Talking about guys who's always in the headlines. How we doing, Rudy?
How you doing, Knox? I don't know what, I'm having some problems with the broadband tonight. It was just about to get wanged out the window again.
I don't know what you're going to do in the winter when your windows are shut.
Yeah. Well done, Ox. That was absolutely fantastic. And
he's a character, Stuart. that
was a magic. That was brilliant listening to his stories and everything. Had everything really, didn't it? For the sadness of the boy. I remember that. For the sadness of the boy that they lost. Up to great trips and fantastic. Trips away with his club. And brilliant interview. Well done to everybody at Rangers Radio there. Smash.
Again, it's about the people who come on, mate. If they're not willing to tell us their stories or get involved, it doesn't work. So it's not about us, it's about them. But Stuart's a character. What have you made of the The storm in the teacup.
It's just, it's mental. I've just, some of the stuff I've seen today, apparently my mate was telling me earlier on a wee while ago there that he was the Celtic's assistant manager, apparently was on Snide telling everybody to keep the pressure on Alan McGregor. We need to keep this at the forefront of Scottish football. And it's just, and you're sitting there thinking, what is up with these? I mean, I know the hate is, that goes without saying. But some of the stuff is just, it's absolutely unbelievable. You look at some of the incidents that's happened to Rangers players and you never had a peep. And anybody that spoke up about it was still shut up. It was just paranoia. It's mind-blowing to me at times, the depths that, the media in the country will sink to,
Just remind me, and I don't mean to be, look, I think it was obviously he was stretching his leg out and caught him, but was it like the tackle on the boy Aduma with the Livingston player in the first minute of the game where he absolutely assaulted him 2 yards for the referee? Or was it like the one on Cardozo when he got his nose smashed?
Absolutely. Or was it like Kipri's tackle on Ryan Jack where he stood there below his leg and absolutely done him? Or was it like Scott Brown kicking the Hamilton player in the head while the boy was lying on the deck? What I mean? Numerous incidents.
Yeah, maybe I've seen it wrong, Bridgeman.
Yeah, well, we actually touched on this the other night there that somebody said that our manager had his post-match interview or something. He'd said it definitely was a sending off. I think that's added fuel to them, but I don't know whether he actually meant it to go that way because. It may actually have worked in our favour with the manager coming out and saying it. We'll like say, well, if the manager thinks it's that, it can't be right. It can't be right. There must be something wrong with the fact that he wasn't picked up with the referee. So let's leave it at that. My honest opinion is that the guy came in, the guy tried to do McGregor,
yep,
and he caught him. And McGregor lashed out, and it's what tick for tat, simple. That's all it was in football. And football goes on. That goes on in football all the time. Tit for tat, tit for tat. That's what the game's about. And it starts with the moment you come out of the dressing room and you meet in the tunnel, and you can do and say what you want to do and say to whomever you want to, and do what you want to do. It's all there till the final whistle goes. And after that final whistle, you should be able to be proud enough, everybody proud enough to just up and shake hands with the relevant team you were playing against. And if you can't do that, then meet them in the tunnel again and get them a doing, or get a doing after them, whichever the case may be.
We've also been joined once again by Fox. How we doing, Fox?
Hi, hello.
Hello. How we doing, mate? All right?
Aye, fine, aye. Brought back some memories.
Aye, did it? Aye, he's a character, Stuart, eh?
Aye, indeed, aye.
Aye, he's a character. But this Ferrari, I mean, you read a lot of stuff online and etc. Maybe looking at some of the newspapers just online to see if there's any stories, but it's bordering on the farcical, isn't it?
Aye, it's well out of order for me. Incidents happening game. It wasn't as if the boy got injured in it or everything. And it wasn't a full force kick. It was just letting him know that he knew how he had tackled him, mate. As I say, the press should have been looking at was a tackle by Asia on McGregor. He went in there out of control. If I had a hammed in the middle of the park, mate, when he was tackling another player, he'd have probably been booked or sent off for it.
Fair comment, mate. Fair comment. But people don't want to look at the big picture. I mean, it was a nothing incident in the whole scheme of things, really. Nothing incident, and they're just lucky we never went down to 10 men. We play better with 10, Jimmy.
Aye, I know. I mean, it's for that. Sublime to the ridiculous. I mean, as you said yourself there, Rox. Cardoza getting his nose broke, Brown's tackle, and some of the things that's been happening, and all of a sudden, Alan McGregor's tackles that are so-called tackle is the worst ever to happen. I mean, from what I saw, sitting there watching it, it was the momentum he was going. He was trying to get his leg away, blah, blah, blah. But also, as well, by the way, you bang me, so I'm going to bang you. And he gave me a kick out. But what pees me off is what happened after the game. I know there's none of that reporting about how they were all celebrating in the corner to the 860 Blue Noses. And they wanted to concentrate more on what Alan McGregor had done. And that just sticks in my throat. Stevie Gerrard came out right, and I'm glad he done that and says, look, he lashed out. But he didn't say it was illegal. He just lashed out. So there's lashing out and there's lashing out, you know, and the usual suspects in the Daily Rebel and the Current Bun are trying to make sure that it's kept in the paper. I don't know who it was of the guys that said earlier on. I never heard, because I don't listen to Snide now. But was there something said in Snide tonight about the other mob about, are they trying to push it that Big Griggsy gets into trouble like again?
It's done now, isn't it? It's finished.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that one of the guys, I don't know if it was Bridger, wasn't he fault?
I think it was Rudy. It was Rudy, aye. I think it was Rudy.
Something that was on Snide Radio tonight saying that their assistant manager was wanting to make, try and keep pushing it and keep it in the limelight or whatever. What was that all about? Rudy, did you hear it? Rudy, you know there?
Oh, I don't know if Rudy was having problems tonight.
I think he's still there, but he's probably off. He's probably on mute.
I did hear him say about the assistant manager.
Been that bad in his house tonight. He had to miss out on his courses.
Oh no!
Oh, Rudy. But Jimmy, you're right. Yeah, that's what he did say. He said the assistant manager was saying we need to keep the pressure up now, McGregor. It's finished. You move on.
Well, what did they mean by that? Oh, we don't know the context of that conversation.
Nah, well, I don't listen to it, so...
No, I need to.
Well, the thing is, if he said that, and it's basically on what we could classify the most popular radio station in the west of Scotland, for sure.
Second.
Not for us.
Second.
No, I'm saying not for us, but for a particular side. So then that's a call to arms for me. If he said that, that's a call to arms. And I don't care what MD says. That's a call to arms. And that's inflaming situations that they shouldn't be allowed. They should be pulled up. The same as the Celtic should be pulled up for allowing their players to do what they did after the game. And they should be pulled up. But under no circumstances should that be allowed. In fact, I think it's only this season the club, Celtic that is, have allowed or wants their players under the wee tranny man to go and do laps of honour. And it's not really a lap of honour, they claim. It's to thank the fans. Well, if that's thanking the fans, leave the opposition fans alone. In fact, let the authorities turn in and say, we'll keep all the scum in their stadium until the opposition fans get a chance to leave, and let them have it and let them do whatever they want to do. No, keep them in, basically like prisoners. That's basically what it was like, and get baited the way they were getting baited. That is absolutely shocking. Absolutely shocking. And I hope somebody in the Rangers authority or from Club 1872 or whatever shows them the videos that are there showing what the Celtic fans did, the Celtic team did. I'm not being funny. If it was me and I was in any authority with Rangers, I would never send another supporter into that place if they get treated like that. That's got to stop. Somebody's going to get into a lot of trouble with that.
Yeah. Well, I knew a couple of guys, and I think Ox knows a couple of guys. You know, Big Stan was there in there on Sunday.
Yeah, I know Big Stan, right?
He was in there, and Bob Maguire, he put a thing up. I know he wasn't complaining. He was making a few comments. I thought he was making them to the wrong people on the forum he was on. But they were in there and they were saying it was quite hairy. And another couple of guys I know that were saying it was scary stuff. You know, as you know what made it more scary, guys? Did you see on that platform, there was a lot of disabled people on that platform. They lumped us all together there. They put the Gers fans who are able and at the back, and they put the disabled Gers fans on a platform with a 10 to 15 foot drop below them. And all these, I nearly swore there, Ox, they come on and then they started to get all their dancing queen shite, right? And then what happens then, the Gers fans are all giving it hee-ha, right? The Polish didn't seem to be really bothered. The YouTube clips and that I've saw, the Polish weren't really bothered. No, they were interested in keeping the Gers fans back. Nobody went there to the Celtic team. I've said Celtic, and I smell like. And they went there, nothing. Nothing. They should have just went there and, I nearly swore it again. Really, it really makes me angry. They're making a big thing about the Alan McGregor thing, but more dangerous was what happened after the game, when they were all, let them celebrate. But they did a lap of honour after beating us 1-0 because we were poor that day.
You know why, Jimmy? They had to do a lap on because they'll not see some of the supporters for about 6 months again.
Will you wait and see what's going to happen with the Jane Field thing? If it had been with the fact that Rangers cut their allocation at Ibrox and we to cut our allocation here and we to put the fans into this Jane Field tunnel and all that, that's what's going to come out of this as well. That we will, in some part, to be blamed with cutting the tickets. Ali McCoy's need to go and take a look at himself, by the way. I'm going to throw that one in. For his comments that I read online about it takes away the atmosphere and because his son was there. Who gives a toss? Keep them out your grun altogether. Don't want them. Smellies.
Celtic players are out of control. They're completely out of control.
Yep.
Did it work for you as an atmosphere, Ulster? Or did you prefer it when there was the 8,000 bears there?
To be honest with you, man, I know there's a lot of support that want to go. Of course, you know, maybe they want to go to those games, but a bit like Jimmy, you know, I wouldn't have any of them in the stadium going at Ibrox, and I would advise our supporters not to go there, especially after what happened that last game. To be honest, because it was just inciting hatred at the end. Fair enough if you're going to celebrate a win the way they done it, a 1-0 victory, but then, you know, go over to the Rangers end and swinging scarves, etc. I think that's just over the top and it incites hatred, and I think that's why you have Celtic people on these various radio shows pushing the McGregor thing, because they're trying to push away from their own problems. And I think people on that particular radio station, though I haven't listened to it, instead of listening to that crap about McGregor, they should have been asking him questions about their team and their support and how they conducted themselves on Sunday.
Yeah.
Well said, big man.
Can I come in just on one more point on this? I believe sincerely, I've said it about no support going there, I believe sincerely if they don't get it sorted when the team bus arrives, and if they have to go through all that crap to get into the building, then they should just go back on the bus and go away and forfeit the game. That's what I say.
I'm sure they can sort that out. That's deliberate. It's deliberate.
Absolutely. And we shouldn't have to put up with that shit.
Rudy, what's your view on I'm talking about the atmosphere, not the circumstances, because I think we're all in agreement on the circumstances. Did it work for you watching the game?
I didn't, to be honest. I'm in two minds about it, Ox. Actually watching the game, I never really noticed much, you know. I mean, you always hear the Bears when they're there, but what do they get? About 8,000 normally, don't they, or something like that? And you hear them, they're really vocal, you know, they give the team great backing. But see what happened on Sunday? That's the end of it for me now. I mean, I don't get me wrong, my days are gone there, are over and done with now. I just want to give them the money, it's as simple as that. I understand, especially younger Bears want to go there, you know. I used to love it, to be honest with you, especially when we beat them. Brilliant atmosphere, I absolutely loved it. But after what happened on Sunday, to see a bunch of Neds acting on a park the way they did with the Rangers fans, goading Rangers fans after a 1-0 win. I mean, it was bad enough that they'd done a lap of honour, but literally going to the Rangers fans and goading them, how pathetically sad is that? So that kind of done it for me, Ox. I would prefer if not one single Rangers fan went there for now on. Yeah. That's just my personal opinion, Ox, I'm afraid. And I know there's probably thousands and thousands of Bears out there who'll disagree with me. And that's fine, you know, because I understand I used to go there myself and loved every minute of it. Well, when we won, should I say. But I loved the day out, I loved the atmosphere, I loved being with all my pals and going there. I think there was a line crossed on Sunday for me. There's so much that happened before, during and after that game that the media in this country have swept under the carpet. And the Alan McGregor thing for me, they're concentrating on that because they don't want all the other stuff to come to the fore, like the father and son that were attacked by a baying mob in Hope Street. They don't want to know anything about that. Yeah. So if they concentrate on something like McGregor, it means they don't need to talk about that. It means they don't need to talk about Celtic players going to the Rangers fans and goading the Rangers fans. They don't need to talk about that. They don't need to talk about the shady refereeing that went on. There's numerous things that they could talk about, but they won't. So what they've done is, they've took the McGregor thing and they're going to run with that because it allows them to sweep everything else that went on Sunday under the carpet. So, to answer your question, Ox, I know it's a wee bit long-winded, mate, sorry, but to answer your question...
Sorry, mate.
I don't care if we don't ever get another ticket for that absolute dump.
Here.
Man, I really don't, and I know there's thousands of bears out there who'll disagree with me, but I don't care.
I was talking to a young lad who comes on the show. I wouldn't mention his name, but his name, the initials MV. So I was talking to him all the weekend. He's trying really hard to get a ticket. And I was speaking to people to see if I could help him, but he managed to get one. And he says, "Do you fancy it?" And I said, "No, I don't. I just don't fancy the odds, mate."
No.
And I'll be honest with you, I would rather have no Rangers supporters there and be put through that.
Yeah, I mean, it's all your YouTube box. I mean, the team's coming off the bus. Look at the sectarian bile that they had to put up with coming off that bus. And there's not a single journalist in this country has even touched on it.
But
thanks.
Did you see in the papers as well, and on the YouTube and that? Sorry to butt in there, guys, but no just what was happening there at the end of the game, but the situation, that's a wrong word, Jimmy. Paul Gascoigne was at a function and he was singing what he wanted to sing in amongst Rangers fans, right? And at the end of the game, they played Beautiful Sunday. And we've all seen the videos on YouTube and what they were singing.
Yep.
And yet there's nobody picking up on that. But what they're picking up on is because Gaza started to sing what he sang, because that was on YouTube. But they're not picking up as soon as Beautiful Sunday was played after the game, but what the words they were putting to it. Yet when we do something the best, we're decried for it. But what they were singing in that song at the end of the game, nobody picked up on it. But they wanted to pick up on Gaza.
It's hypocrisy, that's what it is, Jimmy. It's complete and utter hypocrisy. Yeah. It is.
Fox, would you go now? Or do you think, or did it work for you? Or I just don't fancy the odds, and I said that to the young boy. I don't fancy it. I don't like the situation.
I was there last season, and I told you that would be my last time ever in that dump, mate. I wouldn't go back.
You did say that at the time.
Can I make an appeal to all Rangers fans not
to do it?
Fox finish. Oh, sorry, I thought he'd finished. Sorry, pal. Sorry.
No, right for the start when you arrived at the ground, they herded us up like sheep, mate. Double security everywhere. It was a nightmare, mate. And they stuck in that wee daft car. I was happened to be stuck in the corner a bit. It's a restricted view and you're paying through the nose for the price of the ticket.
Yeah.
There's no way we can reciprocate that at Ibrox because we're going to give them a small part of the ground where the cameras are all the time, and you'll notice that they'll focus on them a hell of a lot and miss out the Rangers crowd as much as they can, mate, you know. I would honestly put them in the left-hand side of the enclosure and let the boys that maybe sit there get a wee choice of other parts of the ground if they would want to do that. I'd rather see them out of sight altogether, mate, when they're at Ibrox. If we've got to give them so many tickets, that's where I would put them.
All right. Fair comment. You were coming in there, Bridge?
I was going to say, I would, really and truly, I would appeal to all the Rangers fans to get their thinking heads back on, seriously, because that was just shocking. That was really, really shocking. And, even Mr. King, he needs to think about it as well. Is it worth it? Is all this worth it to go over to that place and get all that nonsense? And that's just despicable what they were doing it before the game. And they do that's the same before every game, probably, so I would think I'd think long and hard. There should be massive objections by Rangers to going to Celtic Park the way it is and the way they get treated. And what they should be looking for is far better access and egress for the team bus easily. You want to do that, and if it doesn't work, don't go. Don't go. Just forfeit it. Don't go.
It's a poisonous cesspit of a place, so it is. That's my opinion.
Well, if Rangers don't go there, they'd be as well shutting that place down, because that's what it stands for in reality. That's all they want.
I mean, they talk about sporting integrity like they know what the term actually means. It's a disgusting place. For me, it's just a no-no nowadays. I just wouldn't get anywhere near it. I don't think Bears are safe getting anywhere near the place. From a stadium point of view, it's an absolute dump. It's falling apart. I mean, they've even got one of their own fans who's suing them. So for just a safety point of view alone, but, for the poisonous sectarian element that they promote at their stadiums, I just wouldn't get anywhere near the place. As simple as that, No.
Does any of you guys know if Stevie Gerrard's going to play in this game on Sunday?
No chance of that now. No chance.
I hope he doesn't. I hope he can't. I mean, I know it's for a cause, a man that died of cancer and that, but I hope he doesn't go anywhere near it.
I hope no Rangers players are involved there at all.
No, but as far as I know, Stevie Gerrard's been invited to it, to play in this game on Sunday. So I just hope he just tells him sorry. But
is it not a Liverpool select or something? A James Milner select?
Aye, but it's played in the midden.
No, all I'm meaning is that there's a connection there with James Milner being there. Well, he plays for Liverpool.
Aye, well, it's for the guy Liam Miller.
Yeah.
Right. So, but as far as I know, that Stevie Gerrard's been invited to play as a Liverpool, but I wouldn't like to see Stevie Gerrard get into that situation. Because, I mean, it's just going to be a feeding fest. That's what it's going to be.
When he came off the bus, it's there on YouTube, as I say, Jimmy. Look at things they were shouting at him. You know what I mean? Absolute poison.
Yeah.
Couldn't get anywhere near it, in my opinion.
I'll tell you that, you've got to credit the manager. He's a class act, mate. Nothing bothered him. He was bothered about the result and some of the passing, but no, he handled that by. Who's doing the banging?
Not me, mate. I've not been wanking for a while.
No.
Give me the swear box.
Sorry, mate. Dink, dink, there you go.
Wait till your granddaughter hears this.
Sorry, guys.
Look, he's all in the face now, isn't he?
Yes, I can see him. You just lifting that cushion up, Jimmy. We can see you.
Oh, dear me. I'm not through my fingers now. Oh, no.
At least I'll give you something to talk about in confession tomorrow.
Oh, hey. You think I'm the only bum in town?
Yes, mate. But the manager. On you go.
No, I was just going to say, if Rangers, obviously we don't want Rangers to be breaking any rules and regulations because we can't afford that. But if Rangers were justified in not going to Celtic Park to play any of the games, what do you think would happen to their TV contract?
I'll tell you what would happen if we said we weren't going there to play. They'd try to put us out of the league.
I know that, but that's why I'm mentioning as long as we can do it, what we're going to do legitimately. But there must
be. I think you're in cuckoo on if you think any of that's going to happen, Rich.
I doubt it very much, but we must be able to protest, right? We must be able to protest, and that's no right. They can't. The authorities shouldn't be allowing that club to allow that to happen at their grounds, the police as well.
What we should be doing is we should be banning them for Ibrox altogether. I've done it before. Look, I've got a friend. I'm not going to name names, right?
I'm shocked that you've got a friend.
No, I've got one friend, and it's you, Ox, right? Who has worked in the past in the security at Ibrox, right? And the lengths that they go to try and minimalise the damage that they have caused before they get there, right? What they take doors off they take the doors off and they minimalise everything. They try and get it down to the minimalist that is safe for them to go and do what they're doing. They change the cups to green. They don't, the lassies and that don't wear blue shirts, obviously, because the abuse they get. We don't want our employees like that. Rangers shouldn't be having to cope with that all the time. So we should do what we've done before. When there was vandalism there, we banned them before, and we should do it again. I've not been to Scumsville for about 7 or 8 seasons, and I don't intend to give them a penny again, right? Because it's a horrible, horrible place to go to. And the Glasgow's finest, they shit all about it.
You know, Jimmy, it's right what you say there, right? Everything you say there is right. But it's not just Ibrox. A few seasons ago, they went up to Dundee, and the security guy up there said it was the worst damage that they had ever seen in the stadium after that lot left. Not only that, he says the atmosphere was absolutely poisonous. He says, I thought I was back in the 70s again. He says, I've never seen anything like that since the 70s, how bad it was when they came here. And that was up at Dundee. And that was their security man, their top security man at Dundee said that after they left.
Next day it's starting to get like that again, Rudy. And
they've done it in Motherwell. They've done it in Motherwell as well.
Yeah.
They've done it as Motherwell.
And
obviously they were involved in the invasion at Hampden as well. But I've not got the answers. I find it, and I've said this before, and I'll say it again.
I've got an answer, Ox, as far as I'm concerned. See the 800 tickets that we're going to give them, don't bother giving it to them. Just completely ban them for the stadium. There's a waiting list at Ibrox just now for bears that want season tickets. You sort the bears out on the waiting list. Sort them out with season tickets.
That's a fix, mate, but the trouble is, and I'll say this again, Rudy, when I was 21 and...
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and me and you would have wanted to go. You'd have been, if I was 21, you'd have been about 25. We'd have been gone together. I
know what you mean, Bob. You'd have walked it to get to that game.
Exactly. It wouldn't have mattered if they were only like 2 years in. You'd have wanted to go to be there, you know. And it's difficult for us to tell the young team because they want to be there, especially these boys now. They want to be there when we win.
Yeah, that's right.
But by the way, I'll tell you, that's my problem with the odds just now. If we do win there, I don't know how you get away from there, mate.
Oh, aye. Well, look, I was the same in the 70s when we used to all go to Pittodrie, and they used to make you walk here the sand dunes. And then there it was, you get pelted with everything at night, and as soon as you get here, didn't get in. You know, and we can't have that. I mean, when there was 7,500 going into Scumsville, it's scary. I can't imagine what the 860 guys were going through on Sunday. That must have been really, really, really scary situation getting in and out. You heard they done 7,500. Imagine 800 with all them running about like maddies. Nah, no for me. Get rid of them. Give them tickets.
You can even go back to last season, Jimmy, where the Rangers buses were smashed up and everything else. Stuff. Not one of the report. There was no report in the paper, any of the papers, any of the media about the Rangers supporters buses that were smashed up.
Yep.
Not a word about it. No, there's numerous incidents going back years now. You know that we could talk about, but the press, as is their wont, big carpet, big brush. Let's not talk about this. You know what I mean? Yeah, Alan McGregor kicks out a wee bit at a player, and there's furore everywhere about it. You know.
Jimmy, you've not been on for a few nights, so obviously saving your energy. What did you make of the Gareth McAuley signing?
I don't know what I guess go back that way. I thought we were going to, but stay away if you give somebody a pension. He was a decent player in his day. I know he probably helped Big Katic and goals and that, but and he might be in there for cup games and things like that. But I'm going to bow to the manager's judgment, and if he thinks he's going to do a job for his end, that'll do me, mate. You know, I mean, we can criticise what players we bring in, but my way of thinking is always, if you pull on a Rangers jersey, I'm going to give you my support. Simple as that. So, and it's up to him if he makes a pig's ear of it, and then we can judge him on that. But no, I was a bit surprised that we did get him, but hey ho, we'll go with it and see where it takes us. But Ox, he's a Rangers man now, so I'm going to support him.
So, going back to that, there's some of the media outlets, and I pointed out in some of the forums today about when there's been a problem with Katic. He done the ball. Has anybody noticed that? Fox, you played centre half. Did you notice? If you noticed Katic's been no gone for headers, I can't say I've noticed that the boys particularly weak in the air.
No, I thought that was one of his stronger points when he first came over and started in the team. I thought he's been superb in there. I don't know, maybe just one of the games, mate, that maybe he never won a couple of balls, I don't know. But he looked fine when you're watching him at home at Ibrox, mate. He's very strong in there, I think, you know.
Ulster?
No, that's something that I haven't really noticed myself, to be fair. Henry, any time I've seen him, I thought he's looked pretty strong in the air. Goldson it looks a wee bit better when it comes to aerial balls, but I don't think there's been any time where my heart's been in the mouth. We know where Katic has missed something. I haven't really noticed. I think he's been doing a pretty decent job in there, to be fair. I've had Nano on his tackling on the ground.
Pretty fair.
No, I mean, somebody mentioned it the other night there. It might have been Bridgeman that mentioned it, I think. There was a sort of bit of moaning on some of the forums about him, being able to attack the ball with his head. I can't say that I ever noticed that at all. I've been really impressed with the boy. Yeah, he's a young player, isn't he? He's still developing, centre-backs, it's going to be a few seasons yet before he hits his peak as a centre-back. But no, I've had no complaints with the boy at all. I think he's put in an immense amount of work, some great performances, especially away in Europe. And I've got absolutely no complaints about him whatsoever, so I don't really understand where that's coming from, Ox, in all honesty.
Okay,
well said, Rudy, well said, yeah.
I take it you're the same, Rich?
Yeah, I heard this. I heard it the other night. I saw it in one of the forums, and I was quite surprised, because I was trying to think, I don't remember seeing Katic backing away for a header, but maybe they just meant he's not very good. But I have no complaints about the guy at all. It might just be numbers. It might just be we're bringing a young lad from Nottingham and we're bringing McAuley, and there's two reserves. But you just don't know.
Hey, Jimmy, I'll come to you last. I mean, I get what you're saying about pension, but I think the wages are no massive. That's my understanding. And also, he's only here to the end of the season. We've not given him a 4-year contract,
No,
we've been a wee bit smarter.
I know that. I know what you're saying. The way I was thinking was that a lot of guys were brought in the last 3 or 4 seasons, and you think, no, he's just came here to see to twilight his career. Don't get me wrong, Gareth McAuley's a fair player, and I think he'll do a job for us, and I hope he does. And obviously the knowledge he's got. I mean, I'll be for the betterment of the team. And as I've said, Ox, in all my years and all my life of going to see the jersey, I've never booed my team, and I never will. I can shout and bawl at the rest of us all, and I'm entitled to my criticism of the team because I pay my money, but I'll never ever boo my team. Every game that the team plays, they'll still get my applause. but they'll still get a wee bit of ribbon. But I'll never ever boo the Rangers, and I'll always support who's wearing the Rangers strip, and that's just the way that it's going to be for me, and it always has been. Gareth McCauley will do for me. If he does something, fine, great stuff. But if he does something wrong, he'll get my criticism. Probably same as yourself and Rudy and Fox and all stuff. And that's the way it is. Yeah, I'll go with Stevie G's he wants today, and I'm happy with that, mate.
Jimmy, think Davy Weir. The same thing.
Yeah.
Davy Weir when he came to Rangers, and I'll just say 3 league titles.
Yeah.
You know that, obviously, you know.
I don't know who's doing the banging, but
somebody's doing the
somebody's doing a
Bridgman.
No, David Bridgman. You leave Bridgman alone, you.
Poor Bridge gets blamed for everything.
That's because it's him.
Me. I'm just sitting here listening.
By the way, since he was 8 years of age, he thought, no, me, Your Honour. It wasn't me, Your Honour. Officer, it wasn't me.
I have to say, you're no far away, and you're no far wrong there, boy.
I listened to the archive last night's show, guys, and I heard you was asking everybody about pass marks and that at the end of the show. And I'm up to now, pass marks for me for what's happening at Ibrox. Definitely the Gers.
Yeah, I will say, Jim.
Definitely. I never looked through it negatively. Just let's go with the flow and let's see what's going to happen. You know, they all saying no one likes us, we don't care. I'm a great believer in that, and I'll stand by that. I am quite happy.
Is that just you personally, Jim, at the club? Is that?
I'm always happy, Ox. Always.
I know that, mate.
But all kidding aside, I'm really happy the way things are going. We only get beat with them. It's one game, 4 games in. Take it with a pinch of salt. I
think the media, Jimmy, in this country were literally waiting for that game. They were just desperate for it. And they were desperate for Celtic to win, and then they could just flood the media with the negativity, because they've hated what's been happening. They've hated, the quality players that were brought in. They've hated the progression in European qualifiers for the Europa League. They've hated the fact we got in. There was nobody gave Steven Gerrard and the team any credit in the media for what they achieved,
Anyway, gentlemen, I know it's hard to believe, but we've reached that time of the evening. Bridgman.
Well, what can we say? What a marvellous night and a brilliant interview by yourself. And huge big thank you from myself anyway to Stuart Daniel. That was a brilliant, what a great interview. And to other Rangers fans all over the world, particularly Rangers fans on here on Rangers Radio, every single one of us, we need to do it. Keep it going for the Rangers, because the Rangers are going to need us. Keep it going.
I never caught the caller who phoned in. I obviously maybe want to talk to Stuart Daniels, but can I thank Denver, Bridgman, Fox, JFK, Rudy Bear and Ulster for taking the time to join us here in Rangers Radio, and a special thanks to Stuart Daniels for taking the time to join us on our platform. We'll be back tomorrow night between 9 and 11 talking about all things Rangers. Take it away, Fox.
How many years ago, my boys, I left the Glasgow town. I followed the pull of the Yankee land and here have settled down. Although I miss the Bridgeton Cross and my friends so near and dear, what I would give if I could have the Rangers over here. You can talk of California where the sun shines all the year. You can bomb about your Broadway light so clear. But it would fill my heart with gladness, it would fill my heart with cheer, if we only had the Rangers over here. For they're the finest team in all the land, and I'm sure that you'll agree. To see them win is something grand, it's part of history. We're the boys who fear no noise, my lads, and I mean that quite sincere. What I would give if I could have the Rangers over here. You can buck up California where the sun shines all the year. You can bum about your Broadway life so clear. But it would fill my heart with gladness, it would fill my heart with cheer, if we only had the Rangers over here. I'm sure that you'll agree. To see them win is something grand, it's part of history. For the boys who fear no noise, my lads, and I mean this quite sincere. What I would give if I could have the Rangers over here. You can talk of California where the sun shines all the year. You can bomb my batter board where life's so clear. But it would fill my heart with sadness, it would fill my heart with cheer. If we only had the Rangers over here. If we only had the Rangers over here. If we only had the Rangers over here.